All right, let's look at how to read the error log with T-SQL. There's a lot of different advantages to me as far as using T-SQL as opposed to going through an interface. And one of the great things about T-SQL, first of all, it allows for further automation. But one of the great examples of, I'll just give you a great example of using T-SQL over whatever the GUI structure is when the GUI structure is reporting inaccurate information, or it hasn't been refreshed, it's getting everything from tables anyway, or it's causing blocking behind the scenes. So one of the great things that we can do with T-SQL is we can get some of this information. So we're going to look at how to read the error log. Now, when we do that, notice a few things. First of all, the structure of what is returned. That's very important. Also, look at, we can further drill into what we get with parameter 4. Parameter 4 is optional, right? We can leave it blank when we're trying to get a certain word, or let's say we want to look for checkpoint, for instance, but let's say we want to look for checkpoint on a certain database, right? And then, of course, in parameter 2, we can either look at the error log or we can look at the agent log. So as a case in point, let's look at, you'll notice I'm using master here. Let's read the error log, and we're going to look for where it says recovery. So first thing, look at the structure here. So the structure, we have a log date, we have process info, and we have text, okay? So the recovery that you see is mining for the text, right? Or is going out and retrieving text, whatever word you prefer to use, okay? But there is a parameter 4 that is allowed. Now in the first example, I'm not using parameter 4, but I can drill into parameter 4 here. What I'm looking for first is database, and then second is going to be echo boomers. So it's only going to return something that has both, right? You'll see starting up database echo boomers. And then we can see the log date. So this can be handy if you're trying to, let's say, mine your error logs for certain messages. Let's say severity alerts as a case in point, or login failures, etc. In this example, this is SQL Server Express on this machine, so there is no agent log. But if you had SQL Server Agent, of course, you could specify 2 in the second parameter here, and you can mine for that as well. Again, the great thing about this is you don't have to go through the GUI. You can just do this in T-SQL, and then you can build it dynamic enough to where you can save that to a table and then report from that table.